Hello and welcome back to the channel. A video that I honestly didn't think I was going to get made. It's been a while. It's been over a month since I last made any content, and let's just say this video is fought back. So hopefully we can break ground in 2021 now and move forward. We've had Christmas. We're still under lockdown here in the UK with COVID and all the things that it brings. For my sins also, I've undertaken my A2 CFC exam with the CAA, and that's now passed and that's out of the way. So yeah, I'm a A2 qualified pilot according to the CAA, which is amazing. But today, this is all about some more customizations to my DJI goggles. Let's take you through. Now, it's going to be a bit of a disjointed video because I must have recorded this video about 3 or 4 times. I've had video failures. I got things wrong and had to restart and redo it. So these have driven me mad, but they're great now. I think they look amazing. Yeah, see how I got them together. I'd like to put a big thank you once again, and I'm going to mention them through the video, to the British Drone Industries adapter guys and girls who supplied me with the faceplate, or faceplates. I may do some more dipping yet, that allowed me to do this. So a big shout out to them as well. Otherwise, let's take you through how I got to this stage. Other things I've done also, I did do a video on it, but like everything else, it seemed to go wrong. But I've also introduced a new strap with a power connector, a power switch there. And funny enough, in the meantime, DJI have released the Goggle 2, or the V2 of the goggles, and the new headset strap, which I might be getting, and thank you to my phone for buzzing, is now going to have a battery pack on the back of the goggles like that. So, yeah, it's amazing. You make it happen and then they copy you. What can I say? Let's join me in the video. This is how the BDI adapter comes, or should I say, at least the faceplates. The BDI adapter comes normally already fitted. In this instance, the shells that they've sent me, superb. They're just the hollows. They've got the various screw casings in the back to take the electronics that they are, and I'll be stripping those out of the proper one that I've already done or already got, and move those across. So we'll get masking this out so we don't get paint in the hole, and take it from there. Okay, so what I've done here is I've pushed blue tack into the module bay and filled it pretty much to the surface, and then what I've done is I've covered that with masking tape and just ran an edge of a knife around the edge, should I say, just to fold down the edge a little bit, just to give that curvature of spray and paint. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this sprayed with a plastic suitable spray in white to give me a base coat. Okay, so what I've done here, I've just sprayed it with a white plastic suitable spray. It's actually Deco Paint is the brand, but I can't get hold of it anymore. I did very carefully and lightly spray this so as it wasn't to ripple or do things. So hopefully it gave the best finish that it could, and it's worked out really quite well. Sadly, all the problems that I did have to re-strip this and repaint it, and the finish wasn't as good, but thankfully the lacquer did give me a load of grace once I got to that point. So what I've done now, once again, just broken the edge on where I've filled and masked out, just so as things aren't, it will sort of fold in and wrap again, and we'll move on to the next section. Right, so we've got our transfer ready. I've clipped the corners of the transfer and I made sure it's the right way around, which I don't want to repeat of what I did last time. So in this instance, the dissolvable surface is, I'm assured, the shiny surface on the face down side, but you will tell immediately if it starts to dissolve. So we've got a lukewarm water in, we've got our activator, that's going to fit into there. So realistically, it's just a case of, that's going to be in there for about a minute. We're going to spray it with activator and we're going to roll dip the part. So here goes nothing. You can see that the action started to take place. what we want to see. Activators on, and now it's just a case of rolling this puppy through. Now hopefully I can pick up on a good skull or something there. So let's do this. Now we're going to wash this under warm water, so I'll be back in a minute. So now we've got our hydro dip part, and it's a bit of a clean up job. So this is going to be dry now. Now when you're hydro dipping, you get this like snotty cover, and you keep rinsing it until it stops being sticky. So that's now gone from being sticky to a tacky surface rather than anything else. So we're good to pretty much now move this. So I'm going to move this to a radiator and let it dry. And then the next stage is going to be clean up and spray it. You do get a free hand tattoo, by the way, so you're going to have to scrub all this stuff off. Catch you in a bit. So, right then, we are back. Now, it's going to be a bit odd. You're thinking, why are we halfway through a strip down? Well, I pressed record on the camera. It recorded a little bit, then it stopped. So, okay. So we're kind of halfway through where I got to. So let's just recap. Our new BDI faceplate. It's been sprayed white. It's been hydro dipped. It's now been lacquered. It's been left for 48 hours on a radiator. I've picked out all the bits in there that were sort of discounted out with a bit of blue tack, etc, etc, cleaned it down, given it a wipe, and we're ready to rock and roll. Also what I've done is I've reopened these holes up with a bit of a drill and a bit of wet and dry, and I've also opened these holes up a little bit. Prized off the existing front plate and removed my TBS receiver, and that's good to go back in a box and be looked after, or do whatever I want to do with that. Here's the gubbins from inside. So now what I'm going to do is basically look to recheck the gubbins and put it back together and get it installed on the goggles. So here we go. So let's just see. Now it all came out really quite delicately, really, and that's now, you can see there's no force in putting that in. I've just cleared the paint out of the holes, and it's good to rock. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. And it's such a simple design, and I'm just going to show you, because I did pick it up when I took it apart, but once again the video failed, that it does look that the guys at BDI did put a bit of thought into this adapter. Because if we look in here, you've got this solder pin connector, and you've got a couple of left and right audio adapters by the look of it you can utilise in some respect. Now as we look at it, you know, you've got left, right, AV, plus and minus. So clearly you could, if you wanted to, hook this up to an external recorder and use it in some way. So yeah, fair credit and kudos where BDI is concerned. They've really thought the product out, even though you may not be using all options. So this now just quite simply should just slot in there. That once again is probably going to be a little bit firmer fit. There we go. It's gone in without even so much as pushing. Oh, so let's just get the remainder put in. So once again, we're just being really delicate. Hopefully this all works without too much complaint. Once again, fair credit to the guys at BDI. Really helpful in sending me some faceplates. I said what I wanted to do. Yes, I had to pay for them. I have no problem with that, but sorted me out. And I think it was 2 days later they arrived on my doorstep. So a big thank you to the boys and girls at BDI for supplying this and making this possible. So right, on the last screw. Now I don't want to pinch that through, so I'm just going to gently move that out of the way a little bit. Never enough fingers when you're trying to do stuff like this, and you'll always end up wrenching something. There we go. Once again, only finger tight. We don't need to shear any screws, break any posts, or damage anything that's essential. So that's in there. So now let's have a look at the goggles. So once again, the great thing with the BDI adapter is the fact that it just fits on. So once again, we just offer it up, and hopefully let's just put this in. Put that. So once again, all I've done is just remove any paint from clearance holes, etc. Let's get that in there. And the same there. Pinch tight, right. That in there. And that in there as previous, so that's good to rock. And let's get our TVS adapter in there, so hopefully that should just drive home, which it does. And then let's have a look at our clip and cover plate. Now this is the bit I was worried about, because this is the bit that might fight back, but in actual fact that's pretty much gone in a dream. Bingo. Right, let's put the patch, menus patch on. So we'll just screw that in there. And we put the next one in there. So, talk amongst yourselves whilst I just curse and fume and get this right. So there we are. My new hydro dipped faceplate in place. So yeah, just to walk you through the goggles. If you see one of the, well, if you saw the first video, got my English today. If you saw the first video, you'd see that I've made some changes. One of the things is the ear sheen strap. The teeth are not working today, but I'm going to carry on. The cotton reels, they're available if you search the PropWorks Tinkercad site. Sorry, Thingiverse site. I told you, nothing's working today. So you're going to make that. This is just simply a clip-on goggles, so that's working. So we can see that we've got our TVS receiver working, and that all looks good to me. So that's powering up as I expect it. Let's just quickly have a look in here, wait till it powers on, and clear it. There we go, to menu settings, AV in, and I've got AV in. I've got no signal because I don't have a input, so let's just connect, and we have, so, there we go. I don't know whether you can see in there, you might be able to, you might not. But yeah, all good, it's all rocking and rolling. So yeah, I'm happy with that. We've now got the DJI goggles. They are now finished, and they're ready to match my EV 300Ds, which I had a while back, just to sort of keep in tone and theme with my goggle set. So yeah, all good. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you can, please like and subscribe, because it helps with the algorithm, and I really want you to join me on the travels. I'm going to be doing more videos. I've now got the motors also for my next 95X build, which is going to be a power build. I've got the DJI Vista unit, or the Calyx Vista unit should I say, so that's coming soon. So yeah, here's to 2021 and see you again soon. Take care, bye bye.